Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. We have a very fun day because it is Jelly Roll Day. Once a year on, what is it, the 3rd or 2nd September, whatever it is that they declare as Jelly Roll Day. Everybody across the world sews with jelly rolls. Jelly rolls are a pre-cut. So they're pre-cut 2.5-inch strips rolled into a beautiful little jelly roll. That's what this is. And these were invented, the concept of these were invented by Moda Fabrics, who then invented or came up with the concept of the other pre-cuts that we so love. And then all the manufacturers now do pre-cuts like this, 2.5-inch strips. They might call them strip sets or something else. They're all the same and they're consistent. They have 42 strips. Yeah, right? Yeah, so that is what is in a jelly roll, so that patterns can be written knowing that you will have that many strips. So I did for the tour that the Fat Quarter Shop did. They asked me to be on the tour, and my day was yesterday to show you the jelly roll railway. And I want to tell you a little bit about picking colors for this particular quilt. And then we'll just take a look at some of the strips I had left over and how I would organize those. So when this particular jelly roll had a lot of light, you can see the light backgrounds, they had a lot of pink and the purple and the gold, or the old gold, I like to call that. It's kind of a yellowy gold. It's a gorgeous color. So there was a fairly even distribution of those within the jelly roll. Now that's not always the case. You never know. I'll show you this one again, Sister Bay. Because what we have in here, there's a lot of aqua, and then there's a whole group of lights, all kinds of lights, and then just a couple of darks. So it's pretty much in this one just two, aquas and cream, and then a little sprinkle of navy. So I don't have that same balance. For the jelly roll railway, there are 4 strips. So this was so perfect to have a cream, a purple, a gold. Well, that one didn't have pink, but it doesn't always get gold, purple, pink, and cream. Most of them were all 4. Occasionally, like the one I started out with, I had 2 cream. But this one had, was balanced. We, positioned it so that there was a bit more purpley pink in there. And laying out your strips so that you get a variety like this is really helpful. That way, when you look at the quilt, it looks really nice and randomly spaced. Now, if I were going to make this one with the Sister Bay, the background here I'd probably have to do something like navy, unless I was going to pick a whole other color to go with this. Whether I was going to pick, a gold, or pop it off of a dark gray, that might be really pretty. Add a new color into it. Here I did not add a new color. Here I kept the plum solid, which is basically the same family as plums that are in here. It's just a different shade of it. So when you're looking at your jelly roll and you're looking at which project you want to do, it is kind of important to think through those things. Now here's a couple other jelly roll quilts that I have done. Here is the pinwheel one that we did, what was that, earlier this year? The pinwheel one. And then I had the extra border pattern that's on my website to bring the pinwheels all the way out. And this would be a great one for the Sister Bay because I could just balance those 2 colors in every section and I don't have to have so much a background. The navy, which I bought some extra navy, could be used for all the pinwheels. And so I pretty much could do this quilt with that jelly roll. Another quilt that I have, which has a similar background concept of needing a background fabric, is one that I designed years ago. So this one was designed by the Fat Quarter Shop, and this is designed by the Fat Quarter Shop. This one is my design. It's on my digital pattern store, and it's called Stitched. And so here, this would also be super cute in the Wild Orchard, or is that Wild Wilderness, whatever it is, this one. But my pattern, comes in a bunch of different sizes. So if you want something bigger than this one, you need more jelly rolls, but you can do it with my pattern because it has all the different sizes. And this one, you're working with the colors in a 9-patch format. So that is going to give you the same balance that you do here, as long as you're balancing the groups out. And if I were going to use like Sister Bay, one that has a lot less colors, then I would need again to have a background color. All right, let's take a look at just the strips that were left and how the process would be to put a block together. In celebrating Jelly Roll Day, the reason we had the tour was to see all the different patterns made by the Fat Quarter Shop, the free patterns for jelly rolls. And I just printed off this page because I want to just talk a little bit about the construction. Kimberly has an entire video on this, which is linked below in the description box. Oh, while you're there, click the subscribe button and then the little bell so that you get notices when I have a new video, and that's so that you have my video channel in your categories so that you can always find me. All right, let's see what we had left from this fabric line. We used a lot, the quilt used a lot, but we still had some strips left. So what I did is I organized them by color. So there were 4 of the lights and 1 of the gold, 2 of the plum, and that happened to be the same one, 1 pink, and then 2 that had a lot of different colors in it. Cream based, but you know, they're different. They read different than this one if you're going to put them together. So because there's just 4, when these blocks were laid out for the quilt, you know, this was a great combination like here, but I don't want the pink and the purple together, so I would be doing it like that, something like that, just to keep them separated in the units. So you end up sewing strip sets, and then you subcut into these rectangular units. So these would be sewn in strip sets. You just follow the directions and then subcut them. And this whole thing then, you know, will come out really nice and random if you plan a little bit in advance with your fabrics. You'll see here I switched out this cream because what I had originally laying there was the exact same pattern as this plum, and I would prefer to have a different pattern. I'd like to have the patterns all be different, if at all possible, within the 4 set. So now the long strips are sewn. Like I said, you can watch this whole thing over on Kimberly's video, linked below, but I'm just going to show you. I'm picking up the remote, that's not going to help me. So I have to subcut. So you're going to cut off the end to trim it up, and then it is a 4.5 inch strip, and I will cut that. Now from here you have large and small squares. So you have like a small square and you cut it in half on the diagonal, and those end up being on the ends, and then you put those on first, and then you have a larger square that you cut on the diagonal, and those are on the side. And this is your block, and you will make a bunch of them. And here we go. Here's a block. So it does need to be trimmed, so you can see I haven't trimmed it to size. So this is these will all be trimmed. You'll leave the 1/4 inch there. Kimberly shows you on her video exactly how to do that. So these will go, you know, be up here like this. That would be right there, and you're just going to rotate them along and create 4 blocks. So you can just visualize 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be your Jelly Roll Railway. Now, it is a great quilt. You will have a lot of fun with this one. All right, we're going to do a mail call because we're here at this point, and this mail call is from Diane from Canada. So cute. First of all, she likes plants because first I have to show you the stickers. There were several of these plant stickers on things, and then her gorgeous card. Look at that. Look at that. This is from a company called leafandchick.com. Those are chick, aren't they chick? The plants are called hen and chick, I think. But it's cloth. Look at that. See, it's cloth. Do you think I can pull that off of there and use it? Is that what I'm supposed to do, Diane? Okay. So she sent me, wait, there's more than the card. So she sent me some aqua squares. Yes. And what's in here? Open it up. Look at this. Oh, this looks really special. Let's see. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful. So one of these hand-turned seam rippers and stilettos. So the seam ripper, one end is a seam ripper, so you can use it. And it's got rubber stoppers, which is kind of nice for holding it. Then it can go back into store. And then the other end is a stiletto. I use a stiletto a lot. I use it when I'm piecing to hold the fabric, straight, so that I don't have to stick my finger close to the needle. So, thank you. Mwah. This is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much. All right, we are going to talk Midnight Moon. So I need to switch the quilt. I'm going to just take this one down and hang Midnight Moon up. Yes. Okay, give me a second. And Midnight Moon, all of the blocks. I had to go look, when did I start sewing this? And I know some of you sewed with me, so we all started about April 9th. That was the kickoff day, April 9th. So that means all of April, May, June, July, August, into September. So I think it took like 5 months to sew these on I would call a very aggressive sewing schedule. So we're like 6 blocks a week, and they were small and had a lot of pieces. So I call that an aggressive sewing regime. Now this month I sewed them together so far. We're just at the middle of the month. I do need to put a tiny little border around it, and I'm trying to decide. I think it is just going to be probably, I have a grunge fabric that's sort of, I'm not sure where it is in here. Is that it? It's just sort of an off-white, and I did use it a little bit, and I think that'll just go around because it's only going to be just a little tiny, like maybe a 1.5 inch, and that'll be it. This will be big enough. It'll be nice to hang. I need to get some photos of it outside so you can see the full thing once I get that other little border on, and then I have to decide on quilting. Wait, the backing. So my friend Lisa and Tammy were the ones hosting the sew along, and they're both very good friends, but Lisa's a super good friend of mine. And Lisa sent me the backing. The candy corn. Look at this. So this is the backing. I am so excited. So I have to sew this up as well. But quilting it, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm almost thinking a nice overall for it, because I don't want to be too fussy with it. I don't know. And that'll get it done. I don't have to get in the queue to wait for any kind of custom work and add all of that on top of it. So I'm thinking some sort of an overall, but I'm not even sure what kind of pattern. So for those of you who might be long arm quilters or who have done some samplers with an overall, I would love to see and share any samplers you have with like an overall, like small samplers, not the big 12-inch blocks, anything that is small like this. These were they were 9-inch down to were they 3-inch or 5? I think they were 5-inch, but they all, have borders around them and stuff. So you can see that the pumpkin, there's the pumpkin, and then the candy corn is over there, and then the bat is up at the top. So I pulled them in from the edges where they started out right in the beginning, and then they just sprinkled them around. Of course, I had to remake all of those. So they're going to go into the parts center here. They're going to go into the parts center, which is totally full. At some point I have to make at least one so that I can get the bin loosened up. But they'll go in with those fall ones that I put up on the wall the other day. I will put those extra blocks that I did in with that. All right, let's do a fun wrap up for today, and then I'll come right back. But we'll do the wrap up, and I'm going to show you a bunch of the house blocks that you did for our sew along, our Block Wednesday sew along hometown charms. Your house blocks are amazing, and I collected a bunch of them. So let's take a look. We kick this off with Asa's block that has a little teddy bears in the window, and I love she has the blue sky. Amy did these really beautiful pastels. I just love this. If I remember right, she maybe has a beach house. That might be why she loved to do the pastels. Bethany, look in the windows. Look at the little kitty look at the little kitty fabric, and it's like a perfect scale. So she did bring and make frames around each of the windows, and then of course the bamboo kind of log for the body. Bettina's, this is so cool. Look at the plaid in the tree. I like how she alternated it every other one. Brenda's got gorgeous butterflies and this beautiful blue roof on the house. I love that roof color. Kathy's got some fun plaid on her roof, and I like it with the dot. That just is such a great combo. And then the windows and the yellow tree trunk is also good. Deborah's is so pretty. She's got like a brick for the chimneys. That is fabulous, brick fabric. And then the scallops for the roof turned out so cute. Diane added gnomes. Oh my goodness, look at this one sitting under the tree. She appliqued on and then in the windows. Georgianne has a beach theme, and this has got Miami Beach. I believe she said she lived in Miami Beach and now she lives in another town in Florida. Looks so good. Glenda's is gorgeous with this gray. I just love that. And the black roof, it looks really awesome. And then all the different greens for the tree. She has a bunch of different greens. Jan's is in a night sky. Look how gorgeous that is. It's got a cup of coffee, the dresses for the sewing, the cooking, and Texas. I bet she's from Texas. Mary Jo's is a Christmas theme. She has gnomes, Christmas gnomes, packages, and such a jolly tree there. Robin's is another with a blue sky, and hers has like sparkling stars in it. And now she did her tree with all the same fabric, so there you can see how that It turned out really well. Stephanie did this. She has it laying on top of a pillow, but it would make a cute pillow. She has sunflowers in the windows and a beautiful summer blue sky. Susan's is another Christmas one. She did two different backgrounds. There's like a poinsettia behind the tree and the stars behind the house. Susan has a warm and cozy block. I love this brown. And then another scallop fabric for the roof. You guys are just knocking it out of the park with these fabrics. Tracy's got her border on. Look how pretty. She put the little bug jars in the windows. So darling. And then has like an aqua tree. I love it. Vicky's is a blue house. It's got some sea theme going on with the windows, polka dots. You know, she didn't do her house all the same fabric, so there you can see how that looks. It turned out fantastic. And a red roof. And Yvette's. Yvette has this gorgeous peach color home with mushrooms. Look at the mushrooms. Oh, I love it. And then a beautiful roof and the peach and sort of rust color tree. Remember, you can jump in on Hometown Charms. We've only done 2 blocks and they are not that much work. The second was an easy log cabin. So once you get your house block done, you are good to go. And so please jump in and join. And I know a ton of you have joined the mystery, the Christmas mystery. So there are just coffee cups galore over at I Love to Make Quilts. No, over at Facebook on Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. So that's where you want to go for that. So make a jelly roll. Make a jelly roll quilt. Get your jelly roll out. Make a quilt today, or at least start one. And if you are at the Quilt Alliance event today, I will see you this afternoon on the live chat. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone, and I will see you online.